TCM podcast, all about Chinese medicine. Welcome to a new episode at Traditional Chinese Medicine TCM podcast. Today I'm going to talk about interesting topic, traditional Chinese medicine fungus known as Lingzhi or Ganoderma lucidum, known through the centuries as magical mushroom of immortality. So let's begin. It is known that Ganoderma is a mushroom that grows wild in the woods, attached to the tree trunks. It is widespread in many parts of the world and well known by mycologists. Its abundance of active ingredients makes Ganoderma a complete mushroom, which can be used both in prevention and therapy. Lingzhi or Ganoderma. With its medical properties, represents one of the most significant Chinese medical fungus, with over 2,000 years recorded history as health enhancer, promoter of longevity, and detox of mind and spirit. Since the old times, Chinese monks believed that Ganoderma lucidum, Lingzhi, helps people to see spirits or become spirits themselves by receiving the magical energy of the immortals. The Latin lucidum means shiny, refers to the appearance of the fungus fruiting body. Lingzhi or spirit mushroom is one of the most famous medicinal mushrooms. In the past, Lingzhi was very expensive because it only grew in the wild. Nowadays, mainly it is cultivated in logs and sawdust, thanks to Shigeaki Mori, who pioneered method of cultivation. Therefore, it becomes accessible and affordable for everyone. In Japan, Lingzhi is known as reishi. The first written record of Lingzhi was during the Han Dynasty, which was about 206 BC until 9 AD. And Lingzhi is particularly famous for aging-related and degenerative conditions such as cancer, and as an immune stimulant. It contains over 400 biological substances beneficial to the body, valued for their ability to improve physical and mental health. Compendium of Materia Medica, in Chinese Bencao Ganmu, written 1578, states that continued use of Lingzhi will lighten weight and increase longevity. It is known that Lingzhi is a great medical help in treatment of hepatopathy, chronic hepatitis, nephritis, hypertension, arthritis, neurasthenia, insomnia, bronchitis, asthma, and gastric ulcer. During the Ming Dynasty, which was from 1368 until 1644, it was called qizhi, or red fungus, believed to benefit the heart. In addition to its medical indications, Lingzhi has a long history of being used as a spiritual aid. In the past, people used it as a talisman for protection against evil, while monks traditionally used Lingzhi to increase concentration, heighten their focus, and increase their willpower. In the classic of Materia Medica, in Chinese Shenong Bencao Jing, written between 206 BC till 220 AD, it is classified 6 types of Lingzhi fungus according to color differences. Generally speaking, in traditional Chinese medicine, Lingzhi is used to supply 3 treasures, or they say Jing, Qi, and Shan, or in translation, essence, vital energy, and spirit. Lingzhi is considered to be in the highest class of tonics, promoting longevity, used for patterns of qi blood, yin and yang deficiency, and it is neutral in nature, keeping balance of the body. But it tastes sweet, which tends to slow down acute reactions and detoxify the body, replenishing qi and blood. It mainly helps meridians of the heart, kidney, liver, and lungs. In TCM, Lingzhi is very much helpful in syndromes of deficiency, often combined with ginseng, astragalus, and Chinese angelica root for the heart deficiency symptoms. For instance, uneasy emotions, palpitation, insomnia, or amnesia, and interestingly enough, All above symptoms are considered in Chinese medicine to be malnourishment of the heart and mind, deficiency of qi and blood. Usually Lingzhi is smashed into powder and mixed with sour jujube seed and arborvitae seed. It is used also, as I'm talking about TCM, for the lung deficiency symptoms, such, for example, cough and dyspnea. It is used singly as a single herb or combined with qi tonics and lung strengthening herbs such as ginseng and schisandra berry. Together with cordyceps sinensis, Lingzhi has the most extensive range of indications and combines well with in treatment of lungs and liver, many conditions of lungs and liver, as well as to provide all-round adaptogenic support. In relation to modern medicine, in the last 30 years, Lingzhi has undergone a number of clinical studies with humans and is confirmed medical effects to a wide variety of disorders. For instance, neurasthenia, dizziness, insomnia, rhinitis, duodenal ulcers, liver pain, symptoms associated with anorexia, male-developed brain, retinal pigmentary degeneration, leukopenia, progressive muscular dystrophy, atrophic ninotonus, osteogenic hyperplasia, and mental disease caused by environmental stress, Alzheimer's disease, liver failure, hyperlipidemia, and diabetes. Many scientific researchers confirm great medical use of magic mushroom because it is used in cancer. For example, Ganoderma has a long history of use in the treatment of cancer. It has great immune modulating effect of its high polysaccharide content. Its triterpenes show significant cytotoxic activity against different cancer cell lines, as well as inhibitory effects against Epstein-Barr virus, known to be associated with some cancers. In addition, triterpenes from Ganoderma show inhibition of the nuclear transcription factor NF-kappa B, which is overexpressed in various cancer cell lines, and also the AP1 signaling pathway. Inhibition of NF-kB is of particular importance in the activity of Ganoderma lucidum against breast and prostate cancers, as it is considered to play an essential role in the hormone-independent growth and spread of these cancers. In addition, Ganoderma lucidum triterpenes have been shown to block the androgen receptor in the prostate cancer cells, supporting these mushrooms' use in the treatment of prostate cancer. Clinically, studies shows that Lingzhi polysaccharide extracts have ability to enhance immune status in cancer patients, increasing NK cell activity and Th cytokine levels, while decreasing Th2 cytokine levels in advanced lung cancer patients, and reduction in side effects when given alongside chemotherapy and radiotherapy. Ganoderma is an extremely useful alternative to cortisone therapy because it has cortisone-like anti-inflammatory agents whose efficacy is equal to that of diclofenac, for instance, known also as Voltaren, a powerful anti-inflammatory drug. In particular, it has an anti-inflammatory effect on the vascular walls, and it is a tonic for the adrenal gland and very efficient in prevention and treatment of respiratory tract infections such as pharyngitis, tonsillitis, bronchitis, flu, and infections of the urinary tract such as cystitis. Ganoderma is also useful for the herpes virus, hepatitis, and candida. It has many active compounds called polysaccharides, previously mentioned, with immune boosting and anti-aging effects. For example, beta-D-glucan, which is also called GI, is used clinically against sarcoma 180, and as I mentioned, those beta-glucans, which is Lingzhi packed with variety of it, may reduce high levels of cholesterols and triglycerides, and some of these beta-glucans may prevent the formation of fibrosis. Subset or subcategory of beta-glucans, polysaccharides, for example, such as Ganoderma B and D, are hypoglycemic, so they lower the level of blood sugar and improve glucose utilization in the tissues. So, thanks to its beta glucans, it is very suitable for increasing the concentration of salivary IgA antibodies that protect the mouth from microorganisms, preventing stomatitis, for example. And the anti-inflammatory effect contributes to the health of the mouth and stomach by itself, because the stomachs and the intestines will be intact, in good health, helped with digestion, and will be improved actual diseases such as gastritis and constipation, because among other great benefits of Ganoderma has been shown to be an excellent gastric protector with ability to heal lesions in the gastric mucosa induced by an irritant non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug, for instance, indomethacin. And Ganoderma can regenerate the gastric mucus, which protectively covers the stomach mucosa. So it is found that it is great and effective in treating gastritis caused by Helicobacter pylori and related to intestine. It is useful in constipation, food intolerances, and hemorrhoids. In general, Ganoderma boosts the immune system in viral diseases through two mechanisms of actions. Firstly, it boosts antivirus immunity, and secondly, it prevents the virus from reproducing. It is, therefore, very effective in viral diseases such as cold sores, shingles. Remember shingles, basically it is a viral disease caused by childhood chickenpox, affecting the skin and nerve endings. It is great for viral hepatitis A, B, and C, and HIV. In the case of HIV, triterpenes have been shown to inhibit HIV-1 protease as well as HIV-2 protease and retroviral enzymes. Proteases are HIV enzymes which allow viruses to enter cells, while retroviral enzymes are those needed to enter the cell nucleus. The terpenes in Ganoderma prevent the HIV virus from reproducing. HIV-1 is the predominant strain in Europe and America. HIV-2 is the predominant strain in Asia. And as I mentioned about triterpenes, it is the compound basically which gives bitter taste, but also because this mushroom is filled with triterpenes, but also it helps in prevention of hypertension, and it relieves allergy symptoms. Lingzhi stimulates the immune system, as previously talked about, and should never be taken by those who are on immunosuppressant drugs. It is clinically demonstrated the ability to stimulate macrophages to produce more tumor necrosis factor, in short TNF, and a number of interleukins. Lingzhi extract has the ability to reduce blood viscosity and plasma viscosity in hypertensive patients with hyperlipidemia, and to reduce blood cholesterol and lower blood pressure, as mentioned above. It acts as a cardiotonic and has also been used to treat arrhythmia. It has been shown that Lingzhi provides adenosine, a molecule that acts basically by increasing the amount of blood that reaches the heart, calming and at the same time enhancing the heartbeat. And it contains an anti-inflammatory agent as good as cortisone, as I mentioned previously, but also 5 antihistaminic substances. Lingzhi will inhibit basically the release of histamine, thus preventing or elevating types 1, 2, 3, and 4 allergic sensitivity reactions, and clinically proved to be able to stabilize immunoglobulin levels. So incredible mushroom it is. It is very beneficial for women because it stimulates the ovaries to produce lacking female hormones and improves many female disorders such as irregular menstruation and endometriosis. It impedes the development of fibroids and effectively combats the symptoms of premenopause and menopause. In men, instead, It stimulates the testicles to produce the male hormone testosterone when it is insufficient, helping the male sexual functions, and combats reduced fertility. This magic mushroom can protect the circulation in the brain, decreasing the risk of vascular disease, helping in rejuvenation of nerve cells and nerves in general, thus promoting the repair of damaged parts, and can help in build up, for example, nerve cells, and can fight free radicals, which are in charge of the generation of the cell themselves. For instance, in multiple sclerosis, Ganoderma helps to repair damaged nerves, stimulating the synthesis of some proteins of the nerves. And Ganoderma is an important source of chitin, which has been shown to improve and accelerate the wound healing process. As I mentioned previously, it combats free radicals, which prematurely age the skin or are produced as a result of smoking, medication, or carcinogenic and other chemicals. In clinical studies, it is confirmed that Lingzhi can heal hepatitis B totally, eliminating the HBV virus from the blood. In fact, Lingzhi has particular mechanisms which fight all forms of hepatitis. It prevents the reproduction of the virus by blocking its enzymes, for instance, proteases, retrovirals, etc. Then it can boost antiviral immunity, consistent in CD4 and CD8 lymphocytes, and it protects and promotes the regeneration of liver cells, reducing high transaminase levels. This mushroom thus stimulates the production and secretion of bile, which assists and facilitates digestion in the small intestine, and it is particularly useful when the gallbladder begins to malfunction and produce biliary sand and gallstones. Lingzhi prevents deposition of fibrin in liver, but if disease is present, it can firstly slows down, reduces fibrin in the liver, the process that leads to liver cirrhosis. And Ganoderma can both improve urinary flow and reduce the increase in volume of the prostate because it inhibits the 5-alpha reductase that converts testosterone into DH testosterone, responsible for prostate enlargement. In relation to sport, Ganoderma is very beneficial because it increases blood oxygenation, blood flow to organs, and cardiac efficiency. Therefore, the muscles, heart, and brain work better as a result of getting more oxygen and nutrition. In summary, Lingzhi increases the energy produced by each cell, substantially enhancing physical vitality, which leads to improved results in sports and in everyday life. Also, it strengthened the bones and connective tissue because of the Ganoderma and it slows the action of osteoclasts, cells that destroy bones. This process is worsened by acidosis caused by a diet high in animal protein and cereals, by stress and a sedentary lifestyle. When indigested, Lingzhi alleviates high-altitude sickness by oxygenating the blood. It is confirmed great effect on Chinese mountain climbers when given Lingzhi before ascending mountains such as high as 4,000 to 5,000 meters because they experience minimal reactions to the climbs. Well, physiology of Lingzhi is quite interesting because this fungus is filled with adenosine, which is a vasodilatator or in translation relaxant, which can affect in particular blood vessels of the cardiovascular system of the brain, retina, kidneys, muscle, skin, and on the peripheral blood vessels of the whole body. It is filled with antioxidants, enzymes such as SOD, which means superoxide dismutase, and other peroxidase, catalase, lacase, which basically job is to eliminate free radicals responsible for aging and chronic and degenerative diseases. It is filled with tyrosinase, which keeps the skin nice and smooth and modulates the production of melanin, which is the pigment that gives color to the skin, and of course eliminating blemishes. It is filled with glucomannan, vegetable fiber, which tends to promote a feeling of satiety, which is also full of B group vitamins and vitamin D2, which mineralize bones and teeth. And of course, some proteins with biological activity. It is filled in particular with LZ8, which is a protein that is very effective against anaphylaxis, which is basically a severe allergic reaction. Also, interestingly, has prebiotics, which nurture only healthy intestinal flora, reducing pathogenic intestinal bacteria. But it is within the synergy with the beta glucans and terpenoids, which I previously talked about, and has something interesting called cytochrome P450, which is a group of liver enzymes which make up the body's main detoxification mechanism regarding both toxins from the environment, such as pharmaceuticals and toxins of external origin, and endogenous toxin, which is internal, such as waste substances produced by the body. It is most probably the most sophisticated detoxification system in nature and is present in humans, mammals, and fungi. Many macrominerals are actually part of these very fungi, such as magnesium, potassium, calcium, phosphorus, iron, and trace minerals, in particular germanium, which is basically the very much the trace mineral that invigorates and provides energy. Zinc and selenium, which is basically the antioxidants. In relation to dosage, Lingzhi may be taken in a variety of forms, in syrups, soups, as a tea, injection tablets or tinctures, or as a bolus containing powder medicine honey. The dose of decoction is from 6 to 12 grams or 1.5 until 3 grams of powder in pills. From 500 to 1000 milligrams a day is normal for Lingzhi spore oil products. The dose in tincture form, which is 20% with alcohol, is 10 milliliter of Lingzhi 3 times a day. In tablet form, the dose is 1 gram tablets, which is actually 3 tablets a day. And the syrup dose is 4 to 6 milliliter per day. Yes, we are talking about concentration, which is different for different variety of this herb, which is actually the very rule of traditional Chinese medicine preparation. As an antidote for poisonous mushrooms, it is prepared decoction of 120 until 200 grams of dried Lingzhi in water to be drank 3 to 5 cups a day. And for the very end of this very long story about incredible mushroom, which I think that needs to be further researched and definitely used by everyone, I would just say that this mushroom of miracle deserves to be shortlisted in your menu as a great natural healing tool and one of the best anti-aging tools around. And I can say warm-heartedly that I do recommend Lingzhi to be used, as I believe, to be used every day if you wish to be healthy and fit. And yes, having said that, I hope that I gave you the most important points for using the Lingzhi or Ganoderma lucidum, the very miracle mushroom of immortality, known for the centuries and recently again rediscovered, as I mentioned, due to pioneered cultivation techniques, and nowadays can be grown in human-made environments, and so I hope that you can use every day. I suggest you every day to be taken, let's say, powder reishi, Lingzhi mushroom, half of the teaspoonful mixed with the warm water to be drank just before the breakfast every day. Yes, it can enhance immunity, it can fight many processes, as I mentioned previously, and it is great for anti-aging, among the others, of course. So, thank you for listening this very long story. Hope to have a contact next time, and wait for the next audio tape for the next episode with love and light. TCM Podcast, all about Chinese medicine.